Welcome to ONTV News. I'm Jessi Agnew. The Orion Township Library held a special ceremony on Saturday, September 28th, renaming the Orion Room after James Ingram, a longtime library patron and supporter. Friends and colleagues of Ingram's joined library board members and staff to officially dedicate the James Ingram Room. Ingram's estate donated a substantial gift to the library. In fact, it is the largest gift the library has ever received. The funds will be used to help preserve the history of Lake Orion, which Jim Ingram was an expert. Jim was a fifth-generation Lake Orion resident who penned Time Tracks, a historical article that appeared in Lake Orion Review for years. The library is compiling many of these articles for preservation. The funds donated were used to purchase a museum-quality display case that showcased artifacts from Lake Orion's past. Jim's love of history in Lake Orion was compiled in a book that gives a detailed history of our town and its origins. The James Ingram Room holds many records of Lake Orion's past, including genealogy and housing records, plus much more for residents to explore. To celebrate their 100-year anniversary, the General Federation of Women's Clubs Lake Orion recently held a wall dedication ceremony at the Orion Township Library. The GFWC unveiled a library wall of plaques and pictures showing the history of the Orion Township Library. The group was founded in 1914 and was originally called the Lake Orion Ladies Literary Club before they eventually joined the GFWC. The organization was known for having an active role in community service, which included helping troops during times of war and establishing a large chunk of the nation's public libraries. In 1926, the Lake Orion Charter of GFWC earned enough money to open the first local library, which was a small room on the second floor of the village hall and contained a mere 500 books.
GFWC Lake Orion is credited with the founding of the library. When we lower the sheet, you will see that there are 4 pictures of libraries, and you can see a natural progression from the small, one room, 500 books or maybe a little more, to the present facility. It shows the significance and meaning this library has to the community members. It's a treasure. And today it's even more important to fund things for your library and to keep it growing, because the economic crisis of 4 years ago and the downsizing of your value of your home has made significant inroads on our library stability.
The GFWC Lake Orion is still working hard to help better their community. The group has made calendars for 2014 featuring organizations and local landmarks. All proceeds from the calendar sales will go towards purchasing new equipment for the library. If you would like to find out more about the GFWC, check out orion.lib.mi.us or www.gfwc.org. See more about what's happening at the Lake Orion Library. Tune into Orion at your library to see what new programs, classes, and arrivals are available to all residents at your library. Visit orionontv.org for airtimes that best fit your viewing schedule. Each month, the Orion Area Chamber of Commerce invites its members to take part in a luncheon, usually hosted by a local business. The October luncheon began at one location in the village, but ended at a different location after a surprise announcement was made. On Thursday, October 3rd, Chamber members gathered at 51 North Brewery for a light lunch and announcements from Executive Director Elena Campbell. Those in attendance were given a puzzle to unscramble, which revealed directions to another location in the village. That location, 46 West Shadbolt, is a new home to the Chamber's offices. The Chamber had been in its former location on Lapeer Road for 10 years, but had been looking for a new location for over a year now.
Well, we were looking for a larger space. We were also looking for a space that would be big enough so that our members could utilize the space. We'll now have a boardroom that our members will be able to use if they need to meet with clients, and that's a wonderful benefit to their membership in the Chamber. The other reason is we really did want to be downtown. It just makes sense for the Chamber of Commerce to be in the downtown area of a community. So it's exciting to be down here in Village of Lake Orion.
Longtime Lake Orion residents may remember the building as the POH Medical Center. The Chamber will be sharing the building with Birmingham Seal Co. and DJ Crashers. Staff will be on hand to serve its members from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday through Friday. For more information, give them a call at 248-693-6300 or visit their website at orionareachamber.com. If you happen to have been in downtown Lake Orion last Thursday, you may have noticed the unusually large numbers of women roaming the streets. It was no coincidence. The women were taking part in the second annual Babes on Broadway, a fun night out for ladies that also benefits a worthy cause. On Thursday, October 3rd, more than 200 women converged in Lake Orion to enjoy gifts and refreshments from 20 different businesses in the downtown area. Starting at Valentino's restaurant, participants traveled from business to business, getting their bingo cards filled out along the way. The evening ended at 51 North Brewery, where the cards were turned in with hopes of winning one of many raffle prizes. The event is the brainchild of Marcella Costin, owner of Simply Marcella, who partnered with the DDA to make the event possible.
Our mission really is to make it just a fun night for these ladies. I mean, that's what a ladies' night should be. Fun, relaxing, no pressure. Hopefully they're seeing what Lake Orion has to offer. They're discovering new businesses. It's been great just tonight hearing probably 20 or 30 ladies say they've never even been in our boutique before, or it's their first time to Lake Orion. So the experience, we want to be positive, so it leaves them with a good vibe about what we have to offer them here in Lake Orion.
This event is in its second year, and Simply Marcella, the ladies there have really put a lot of effort into coordinating this event as far as helping design all of the advertising, the posters, the bingo cards that all of the ladies are walking around with, and they coordinated all the sale of the tickets this year as well, which was very helpful to us. It's great for the DDA to have businesses that are willing to step up and do and coordinate retail events in the downtown like this one, and it's obviously a huge success.
A portion of the proceeds raised during the event benefited Haven of Oakland County, a nonprofit organization that benefits victims of domestic violence and sexual abuse. A check for $2,000 was presented to a Haven volunteer.
Definitely say thank you for all your time and energy and picking Haven as the nonprofit agency to donate to, and it widens our broad of people who know and can hear about Haven and spread the word about Haven, and any type of event like this we really appreciate.
Here is Ryan. Hello, thank you so much for coming out, shopping, having a great time, donating to Haven. Just so you know, we are the only domestic violence and sexual assault center in Oakland County. We're the only shelter that's special. We are building a new shelter. It's going to have a legal clinic,
Haven serves all of Oakland County. If you or someone you know is in need of assistance, call their 24-hour crisis line at 248-334-1274. We are going to take a quick break. When we return, we'll take a look at local sports. You're watching ONTV News. Stay tuned.
ONTV is proud to bring local government meetings to the community live on Comcast Channel 20 and AT&T U-verse Channel 99. However, if you're unable to watch the meetings on their original broadcast date, you can watch replays on our website at a time that best fits your viewing schedule. Visit OrionOnTV.org and click on the large Meetings on Demand button on the left side of our homepage. Then click the month and year of the meeting you are looking for. You will be presented with a list of meetings for that month. Click on the meeting you wish to watch and then click on the View Select Program button. The media player features a play-pause button, a scrub bar, volume bar, and a full screen mode. You can also skip ahead by clicking on the indexed agenda items below the video. ONTV hopes to continue to make not only the meetings, but all of our programming accessible online through our website and our YouTube channel. For more information, visit OrionOnTV.org or call us at 248-693-3377. ONTV, bringing your government to you.
Welcome back to ONTV News. Now on to our weekly sports roundup. In its second year, the Gridiron Classic is an event that invites local high school football teams to play one of their regular season games at Ford Field, and for the second year in a row, the Lake Orion Dragons were invited to take part. On Saturday, September 28th, the Dragons went up against their OAA Red Division rival, the Troy Colts. ONTV's Joe Johnson brings us this story from Ford Field.
Coming off a tough loss against Stony Creek High School the previous week, the Dragons were looking to regain their winning ways. But it was a sloppy first half for both sides with plenty of turnovers. The Dragons got on the board first when the Colts lined up to punt. The snap got by punter Jake Meisner and bounced into the end zone where the Dragons' Charlie Corey fell on it for the touchdown. Later in the first, Dragons quarterback Connor Grant hit Zach Green at the 9 for the first down. On the next play, Matt Krause carried it to the 1, but when he tried to punch it in on second down, he fumbles and Troy recovers to end the drive. It was the first of 3 Dragon turnovers in the first half, but despite the mental lapses, the first half ended with the Dragons leading 10-3. Things picked up in the third. Following a short punt, the Dragons found themselves in good field position on their own 44-yard line. On the first play, Grant hands the ball off to Corey Esther, who turns the corner and is gone. Esther's 56-yard TD run put the Dragons up 17-3, but the Colts would answer quickly. Later in the third, Colts quarterback Nick Bradley connects with Devin Alexander, who goes 50 yards for the score. The Colts pulled to within a touchdown, 17-10. Still in the third, the Colts get the ball back, and this time Bradley hits Danny Wunderlich, who goes 78 yards for the TD and ties the game at 17. The action continued as the third quarter wound down. Facing a 3rd and 12 on the Colts 19, Grant hits a streaking Esther, who goes in untouched to regain the lead. In the fourth, the Colts were forced to punt. Esther shagged the punt and returned it all the way to the Colts' 1-yard line. On the next play, Grant took it in himself to increase the Dragons' lead to 2 touchdowns. During the Colts' ensuing drive, Charles Adams loses the handle on the ball. Logan Shadiah scoops it up on the 15-yard line and goes in for the score. What was a tight game is quickly becoming a rout. Later in the fourth, with the Dragons trying to eat up the clock, Grant hands off to Zach Arnold, and shockingly, he goes 65 yards for another Dragons touchdown. With the Dragons up 45-17, the scoring wasn't over yet. With the game winding down, Justin Pavlicek capped off the Dragons' scoring with a 10-yard touchdown. The final, Dragons 52, the Colts 17. The Dragons improved the record to 4-1. We caught up with Dragons coach Chris Bell after the game.
First half, having 3 turnovers the first half, keeping Troy in the game. But you know, it's a win. Troy played a great football game, and they're a very solid team, so it's a win moving forward, gets us back on track, and you know, it's always better to come back after a win, but we got to keep working, we got to keep getting better.
Right. I heard you after, I think, the second turnover, heard you yelling on the sidelines about fundamentals. Second half was a completely different game. Did your message get across?
You know what, we stress it all the time. You know, ball security is number one. We have to take care of the football. You know, you can't have mental mistakes. The guys play hard. I never question that. They play hard. But if you're not playing smart, fundamentally sound, playing hard doesn't matter. So we're still learning, and we're learning as a football team, but these are lessons we got to learn quickly or we're going to run out of time.
Immediately after the game, Dragons wide receiver Corey Esther was called out onto the field to accept the game MVP award.
It's a great feeling, really good feeling. Put a lot of hard work into it, but give a lot of credit to my teammates. They went out there and worked hard. We always say play for each other, and that's what we did tonight.
Corey's about a 3-year starter. You know, he's one of our leaders. You know, he's one of those guys threat to score every time he touches it. Big pass reception for a touchdown, our jet play for a touchdown, the punt return down to the 1. You know, he's an explosive guy and came to play.
The Dragons hope to take the momentum of the win into Rochester, where they take on the 2-2 Falcons in another OAA Red Division matchup. From Detroit, this is Joe Johnson reporting for ONTV Sports.
Thanks, Joe. Lake Orion cross-country runners competed in the annual Waterford Mott Fall Classic on Friday, September 27th. Dragon runners from 6th grade through high school were well represented on the medal podium when all was said and done. Teams from as far away as Washtenaw County took part, with the bulk of the runners coming from North Oakland County. Oxford, Waterford, Clarkston, Avondale, and West Bloomfield had runners in the field. The 6th graders ran a modified course of 1.4 miles, while the rest of the field ran 2.4 miles. The 6th grade boys from Walden Middle School took the runner-up team trophy with a total score of 60, while Avondale finished at the top of the podium with 47 points. Sammy Moses from Walden placed 7th overall, with John Rubarth and Blake Tortoni finishing 11th and 12th. This was enough to take home the team title. For the 6th grade girls, Walden placed 2 runners in the top 20, with Abby Locke in 17th and Molly Finstrom taking 20th. On to the Lake Orion 7th and 8th grade boys and girls races. Oakview Middle School boys took the team trophy, placing 4 runners in the top 10. Drew Geim for Oakview placed 2nd overall with a time of 12 minutes 31.4 seconds. The Oakview girls team would take 5th place overall out of 13 teams, with 8th grader Lana Skirna leading the girls and earning a top 20 medal by placing 15th out of 162 girls in the race. Savannah Papp, Isabella Pants, and Adele Barrett all achieved new personal records. The LOHS varsity runners did very well on this course, with the boys taking 3rd overall. Kirk Hansen, Andrew Laurent, and Zach Zilkop all placed in the top 11 to pace the Dragons. The varsity girls had a nice showing as well, placing 4th overall with 87 points. The Lady Dragons were led by Danielle Carr, who placed 6th overall, with Casey Stryvold finishing 9th. The LO runners will be at the Oakland County meet, held at Kensington Metro Park on Friday, October 4th. ONTV will have the results and highlights on our next program. That's it for this edition of ONTV News. On behalf of the entire crew, I'm Jessi Agnew. Thanks for watching.